Hello and welcome guys, it is ThatSrb2DUDE here today, bringing you just a commentary for today. This video is going to be somewhat of a how to rank up in Splatoon solo queue, and it's going to be more of a rant as well. Generally because some of the things that people say that why they can't rank up, it irks me. I'm just like, really? And I just want to get it out there just to tell you guys what I think and how you basically rank up and how I've basically ranked up and maintained my rank for such a long time. It's not that I got to S+ and just stopped playing rank battles forever and just went on to squad battles and just continued to play on from there. It's mainly due to the methodical thought process that I, put into account when I'm actually playing a game. So this video is somewhat going to be, tips and tricks, I guess, or more of a rant because I kind of just want to rant. By the way, just to note that I am still a little bit ill. I mean, you guys can hear it in my voice. It's a little bit croaky, and I might be, I'm a frog. I'm going to be croaking throughout this whole commentary. So I do apologize for that. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so let's say you're around B+, A+, around that region or something like that. You're trying to get to S or S+, or maybe trying to go that extra mile, trying to get to S+ 99, like I have, Kappa. I'm going to tell you right now that this is going to be the last day that you're going to say, oh, I've lost 10 games in a row, all because of my teammates and disconnections. My teammates suck so bad and my internet's that bad that I just continue to lose every single game and I'm not able to rank up. I may be B+, but I play at an S+ level because my teammates just won't carry me to victory. So if you've said something on the lines of that, you've basically just said that you want to be carried to victory, and basically all the plays you're making are the correct ones. Well, I'm gonna tell you straight, they're not. If you're continuously losing a mass of games in a row, there are clearly faults in your gameplay. For an example, me. I've been in S+ since August. I've only ever lost S+ in August, and I got S+ back in August. I've only lost my S+ rank one time, and we're in December now, and I play a lot of solo queue. I'm telling you, a lot of solo queue. Pretty much any time of the day, I have some free time, I'll play some solo queue. I love solo queue. It's so much fun. I'm not going to be one of those guys that get to S+ 99 and just never play ranked battles again, because that takes away a part of the game, which is just fun. Fun for me, I should say. Alright, so I'm going to be telling you a few things that could basically help you, play a little bit better in ranked battles. Alright, so I'm going to tell you about a few things that you should be thinking about when you're playing through your ranked battles. Basically, what weapon you're using. That's probably the first thing, the most important thing. If you know how to use your weapon correctly and effectively, it's gonna help. For an example, if you use a weapon like the Jet Squelcher, that you need to realize that this weapon has a lot of range. If you use your range to your advantage, it's gonna be more effective when taking out enemies. If you use a weapon, say like an E-liter, it has a lot more range. Also, it's a charger, so your main role is to be pretty far away, to be high up maybe, and to use your range to your advantage again, because as you're an E-liter, your role is to pick people off and push them away from the objective. Another example, for instance, like a Tentatek or a Splooshomatic. You're a very close range weapon, so you need to be in your opponent's faces. Now I say that's what you should do with a Tentatek or a Splooshomatic, but not exactly. Yes, you want to rush your opponents, but you don't want to rush in blindly, which majority of people do. They would literally rush into an area where 4 people are waiting to kill them, and they end up dying, and then they blame their teammates for them dying. And this brings me to the next thing that you should be looking out for, is watching what your opponents are doing. Basically being aware of your surroundings. If you clearly see 3 people shooting at you, you need to run away. Unless you have a special like a Inkzuka or a Kraken. Basically special weapons that are more than capable of getting 3 kills very easily. You aren't just going to run in with your Tentatek and try to take all of them on. Most likely, you might get lucky, you might get a trade for one, but was that trade worth it? Probably not, because the other 2 are still alive. And that also leads me to another thing, going for trades. Now, this is one thing that you don't want to go for, especially if somebody is running quick respawn gear. The idea is that you don't want to go for trades. You want to go for a kill and you want to still live. Getting at least 2 kills is so key. If you're one person and you're able to get at least 2 kills in quick succession, you have no idea how much of a help that is, because that is basically taking out half the enemy team. So essentially, it makes it a 4 versus 2 situation, which puts a lot more pressure on the 2 opposing teammates. The things that they may do is basically to stay put, which is something that I normally do if that situation ever happens to me, or they fall back because they want to stay alive and maintain the little control they actually have. And this also brings me to the last thing that actually, well, I feel like this, what's going on with this video is that I'm saying one thing and it leads me to the other thing. By the way, this video is actually, it's unscripted, so, and I don't normally script any of my videos, so. Anyways, as I was saying, maintaining control. Basically, maintaining control and standing your ground is very, very important, and it helps to win games. If you're able to hold or basically maintain an area for a huge amount of time, it shows that you're controlling the game and your opponents are going to have to play your game. Meaning that they're going to have to approach you, unless they find a smart way to actually get around it. But if you're quick enough to actually catch on to what they're doing and you're able to stand your ground, then that will be key. Basically, if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about map control, basically. Now, pretty much, these are things that I put into account when I'm actually playing ranked battles. It's just the little things that allow you to actually win your ranked battles. And playing smart, I would say. A couple quick examples. If you see 2 people and you can't challenge them, don't engage. Find another opportunity to engage when then like their backs are turned or something like that. Let's say if it's tower control, if like you've pushed it to about 98 and they've pushed it to like 45 and you've just got in a team ace, one thing I'll do is re-establish control. I'll paint the floor just so that when the opposing team comes back, it's going to be easier for us because we've established control, we've got map control, and we're ready to push the tower again. Basically, these examples I'm talking about is just assessing this situation. You need to assess the situation first before you act. Because if you just act, and just act, the majority of the time, you're just going to be thrown off. You're going to be like, why did that happen? Why did this happen? And all that type of nonsense. You're going to be arguing to yourself why you did something because you didn't assess it. When people blame their teammates because they've died 7 times or 10 times in one game and they've gotten 2 kills probably, that doesn't make any sense. Because reality, why did you die 7 times and why didn't you kill the person? Pretty much. Maybe you should have assessed your situation a little bit better. The way that I usually improve my gameplay is that I learn from right from wrong. If I notice something that the opposing team are specifically doing, I take note of it, and for the next time I make sure it doesn't happen. I make sure that things go into my favor. It's more or less just trial and error. Like if you see one situation and it keeps happening, you try to learn how to like get out of that situation and make sure it doesn't happen. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I can tell you a huge amount more. Like I can go on, I can talk about this for days. But overall, it all is just about assessing the situation first, then acting. Anyway, I feel like this rant slash how-to is going on for a little bit too long. I mean, I think I've made my points that I wanted to get out there. I kind of wanted to make this video mainly because I couldn't really do any other types of videos like with the good voice I would usually have because I'm croaking and all that type of stuff, and I have the flu and all that type of nonsense, and it's very unfortunate. I'm hoping to stream maybe today after this video, so I probably will be streaming when this video's out. So if you're watching this video once it's been out for like 4 hours or 3 hours, come join my stream. I'll be playing some Splatoon and all that type of good stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're feeling generous. And as always, guys, this has been ThatSrb2DUDE, and I shall see you guys in a future video.